Okay, howdy. So today we're gonna try making tangerine sours. I personally don't like sours, so I've never had these, but I guess Altoids made one in the 90s that were like the rage and everybody loved them. And I'm kinda not sure how I'm gonna react to this. But we're gonna start with the base and we're gonna go that way. I've got the sugar on already, so I'm gonna bring it down to the table because we have one thing to do. I've got my tangerine oil all ready to get measured out. But before we do, let's check our temperature on our syrup. We're at 270, 290, 280. So I have this, I guess you'd call it a food processor, but it came with my stick blender, my immersion blender. So I use it a lot. And I'm just gonna pulse. This is the citric acid and malic acid. Okay, that should be good. I'm gonna take that off and put this aside. And we'll still use the sifter because we're gonna put this inside the candy, and then when the candy is formed, I got this bin. It's been washed and sanitized, and we're gonna put the candy in the bin. Okay, that's on the outside. It's water. They've been sitting under my heat lamps or by my heat lamps so they dry. And then we're gonna put the candy in here and put some citric and malic on top. So that's the game plan anyway. I'm gonna put this over here so it's out of the way, but still handy. Let's go check the temperature. We're at 296. We went 297, 299. I feel like an auctioneer. 302, 303. Well, now it says, let's move this down. There we go. Excuse my sniffles. The pollen count must be high today if I'm catching the sniffles inside. So at 305, 306, 307, 308, 309, close enough to 310, because it'll still go up after we move it. I knew it was getting close, so I wanted to, before we started measuring the flavor oil, or actually this is a citrus oil. So I'm going to take that off. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to measure this and then I'll move the pot over. So this is a natural tangerine oil, 100% pure essential oil, food grade, gluten free. So see, and I love tangerine because I just think it's a better flavor than plain old orange, but I got 2 oranges, so plus a tangerine and a yuzu. I don't think I'm going to add any color to this because it's already tinged a really pretty kind of yellowy orange. So we're going to leave this one all natural. And I'm getting smart in my old age. I'm using my droppers so I don't spill oil all over everything, because citric oils will eat away at metals, at silicone, unit plastics. That's why quality oils will always come in, especially if they're citrus, will come in a certain kind of plastic. There's a certain kind of plastic out there that you can use, but they will come in glass if they're in big bottles. If they're in small bottles, plastic's okay because you're supposed to use it up before it would get a chance to eat through the plastic. So we're going to try that. I'm going to put this up here so it's out of the way. I'm going to turn this off. Put that over there. And we're going to put this over here. There you go. Now you can see that beautiful thing. And last time we put oil on this, so I'm going to put oil on it again. And I'm grateful this bottle is almost gone because this thing is going to go up in the art room and be used for something else. Because that bottle is not... It just doesn't say closed. I mean, it says closed, but it's not like perfectly sealed. So I've been going through the oil as quickly as I can. Since we have the oil out, we're going to go do our hook real quick. Me, myself, and I. If I bump this. There we go. So I'm going to do the hook real quick. I'm going to walk over here and make sure the cat's not in the pantry. Because anytime I go live, she likes to hide in there. And I'm like, dude, you can't be in there. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We gotta wash this thing. Give me 1 second. There's still candy on it from the other day, from yesterday. I was like done yesterday after that live stream. I don't know what, I just like needed a nap. So we're just gonna, I don't know if this is gonna come off really easily. Hold on. It's okay if we get it on the floor. See, the thing I like is usually candy off of metal comes off really easily. And then we'll wash this, sanitize it, and then we'll put oil on it before we come over. Okay, now we got candy on the floor. That's okay. Downfall of being a candy maker, right? You have sticky shoes. Sleek shoes. When I started, I think I'm going to start doing lives either at 1 or 11. So like 11 in the morning Central Time, or 1 in the afternoon Central Time. Just because I forget what I scheduled things for, and then we have all kinds of craziness. There we go, nice and clean. And then I'm going to grab my Sani solution. Look out, Pooks. I'm just going to mist this. There we go. And then by the time we are ready to throw the candy on the hook, which we're probably only going to do just a little bit of throwing just to make sure that the candy is, what's the word I'm looking for? I need to wash my hands. Hang on, I'm going to get a drink of water and then I'm going to wash my hands. Whew. I'm running loops. Okay, let me wash my hands. There we go. Sometimes I lose my breath because I can't breathe. I have to breathe through my mouth because my nose is all stuffed up. So that should be ready to add the oil. And I think part of the reason why I like letting the sugar cool down is I don't know what the flash point is of some of these oils are. It's not like they readily give that to you. I'm sure they have it on file somewhere. Okay, there we go. Now we're just gonna, oopa. Give me a minute. I need my spatula here. I'm giving it a few shakes so it doesn't have very much water on it. I just kind of shake it off. There we go. Let's grab the oil. Oh, wow. Whew. And in true citrus fashion, it will clear out your sinuses. So what I'm doing is I'm going all the way to the bottom and scraping it across. So hopefully we don't have any crystallization issues. And because I remembered, let's see if we can give you guys a good pour shot. Maybe. Maybe. I tried to set it up so they're both visible, but gloves. Gloves would be a good idea, Tish. So, let's see. Let's go from the back. Oh, the oil didn't mix in very well. That's okay. And you get to see the pot butt because I'm right-handed. Here we go. Now, if I had someone else here to do the filming, then we could do this so I was comfortable and you could see. There we go. So we want to start stirring this right away. Get that out of the way and that out of the way. Let's see what temp we're at. Where's my laser? I need my laser. Where'd he go? There he is. All right. Let's go overhead again. So yeah, we're already cool. We don't want to get it below 230 because then it doesn't incorporate very well. But we're right at between 245 and we have a bowl underneath here. I put this stuff in. Actually, let's take off the gloves. Now this is for my list for my pucker line that I make. I'm using the same amount of citric and malic. Yeah, see, the oil didn't quite mix in. So I want to get this in there. I'm going to put this way. There we go. Because this has to have a big load of sour. All right, now we can do it this way. And we'll sprinkle it in on top. Okay, put this back in my handy dandy bowl. So it's out of the way, but easily accessible. And yes, I am going to put my gloves back on. There we go. There we go. All right. This is interesting. Not quite ready. Words are hard. This one's got some of the citric. I'll get you back in there. Go. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. See, not ready for the hook, even if I wanted it to be. So, I'm just going to keep moving this. And I'm going to take these clips off for a moment. We're going to get this off. Put those up there. That up there. Okay. These guys can go up top. Nope. There we go. I wish they would have had silicone mats when I was a kid that you could just have at your house, because this would have saved me. I would have probably made more candy when I was younger, but we didn't have really any way to protect your hands, and yeah. All right, so I'm moving it over here because this is the colder part of the table. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's not as bright tangerine. I mean, tangerine to me is like that orange right there. But I want to leave this one all natural, and I'm going to play around with some turmeric. I've got turmeric at home here. I'm going to put it in some Everclear and make a paste out of it almost, and try it in a small batch candy like this. Because I think just a little, like, it just, because turmeric is so bright and so vibrant, I think even just like a few, like, not even a dash, like like dip a toothpick in it and then dip it in the candy kind of thing. I think that would make, it wouldn't make it flavorful like turmeric, but I think it would make it colorful. Yeah, this candy's gonna be a-okay. All right, we're gonna let this sit for a minute. I'm gonna get a drink of water before we go over to the hook. There's a piece of, yeah, citric acid or malic acid. I'm gonna put it in there, fold it in there, let it get, see if it melts out. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the center of the target and you guys let me know. If you would think of making something that moved on its own like this. Because there's the orange blob. It's in the 9-inch circle, or 23 centimeters. You tell me. I think it's 23. Yep, 23. Let's see if we can make it a little smaller. Okay, now we're at 7. No. 9 is the smallest I can make it. Alright, I'm gonna get a drink of water. I'm gonna bring this over to the hook. Okay. So it went from 23 centimeters to 29 centimeters, 9 inches to 12.5 inches. So you tell me, would you want something that moved on its own like this on your table? I don't know. It's alive. See, there's another. So this is why I'm going to pull it, is because I want to get those little bits surely mixed in. I'm not going to do it so it's pure white, which I couldn't do anyways because, I mean, it's yellow. So okay. Yeah, we'll be good on the hook. Let's go over to the hook. Yeah, we're good. It's not so droopy that it's gonna go all wonky doodle. Okay, we got the travel. Get to see my kitchen mess, or my coffee table mess. Coffee bar, that's what it's called. Oh, you know what? I forgot to switch my gloves. This is gonna be interesting. I can't, like the top half of my finger, I can't feel. Okay, let's pull this off. And get that mixed back in. There we go. And I'm seeing consistent color. So I can't remember if I got the seals for the jars, because I got some tins, and I thought I got shrink wrap bands for them. I can't remember. I'll have to look. All right, I think that's good enough. I don't see many big chunks like I was before. Do a couple more. I think we're good. There we go. I'm gonna put this on the heater and come back and get that camera. We'll put it on the switch pad. But you're gonna get the overhead camera for a minute. Maybe, if I can push the right button. Excuse me. Hiccups. Actually, I think maybe I can do overhead. I just found my charger thingy. Hopefully it'll work. Oh wait, I can't do it on there because it uses a magnet to hang on to that. Okay. So, switch pod it is. Where did he go? There he is. They're always disappearing on me. That, and I suffer from CRS. Can't remember stuff. Okay, we're getting this set up. Wow. Okay, up we go. Is that where we want it? It's a little dark in this corner because I used the lamp. I wonder if I switched on the hall light, if that would help. Hang on. Does that help any? Helps a little. And then we're going to put, oh, blather. I put it in there wrong. Okay, hang on. It's going to be one of those days today. I'm going to do it this way. No. There we go. I love this NDI thing. I really do. Because it makes it so much more nice. Alright, is that magnetic? Are we charging? What's he doing up there? Making all kinds of noise. Alright, let's see if the travel cam turned back on. Yay! So, you know, let's adjust this. There we go. How are we doing? How does that look? I wonder, can I bring it? No, I don't want to make it that big. There we go. I don't want it too close to the edge of the... I'm at the very edge of the table, yo. Okay. You know what? That's just going to have to be good enough for now. I gotta get an option B up on top there. Alright. That's what he's doing. He's putting together a shelf upstairs. Mr. Michael. Mike, it sounds like he's like setting up for like a drum line or something. Hang on one second. Okay, now let's get our gloves on. So this is why I don't. This is why there's some extra. My canvas that's on there, I put too much wax on it, so I've been like slowly like rubbing it off when it's warm. Oh yeah, this is gonna be nice. So get it in a little loaf. These are the no frill candies. So put that there. I should have done a stripe or something, but it's okay. Hang on. Let's bring up some more of this wax. It's paraffin mixed with mineral oil, just so it's vegan. I am not vegan, but I have friends that are. So out of respect for them, I keep things as vegan as I can. Brittles, until I find something that works. Better than what I already have, which is better, or at least the same. So this is going to be really skinny, but that's okay. And I adjusted, I fixed my candy cog. Oh, that went on the floor. It's okay. Just let it be. Okay, I'm gonna move these gloves out of the way. I'm knocking stuff over. Typical Tish fashion. There we go. It's going to be a little bit louder than it was before. Oh, maybe. Okay. Had a piece of candy stuck in there. Okay. Now let's see if it'll. There we go. All right, this one got too hard, so we're gonna cut it. And I think I need to continue on my quest for a, see this is, I don't want that in there. Come on. I don't want you in there. Not like that. Okay. There we go. But I'm going to continue looking for a roller that'll do like drops, like lemon drops, like that shape of the lemon, or at least spherical, or raspberry shaped or something, just for these. So when I make them, I have a differentiator. Come on. go. Let's drop that on the floor. That would not have been cool. I've already dropped a little piece, and I don't want to drop any more pieces. See, I can't stop when I'm using this because now it makes all these puckery ones. Let's cut this off. Let's try this again. See, and now there's candy on the thing. So let's move this over so it can cool. Put those in there. Then I scrape this candy off. I wish I wouldn't have put my other scraper, my narrow scraper, in the dish water. There we go, this works. Sorry for the bouncing. There we go. Get all that off of there. Okay. It works for me. Let's get a little oil on there. This guy hard? No, he's kind of hard. So let's just cut him into little bite-sized pieces. The thing I found, if you're trying to ever cut anything, if you look where you want to cut instead of where your scissors are at, things go much better. Okay, so we're gonna try and break these up while they're still warm. Oh, you got off that again, my friend. You're sticky. Why are you sticky? Let's bring you back into the fold. Like I said, it sounds like he's digging for iron up there. He's moving the 3D printer. Over the winter time, we had the 3D printer in the garage. So, because the house is always so closed up and we don't have fresh air intake, and well, we do, but not as much as we do in the summer. So, all right, let's try this. Are you gonna work? Oh, there's a booble. Let's go like this. We're gonna twist it because I knew there was another bubble. I could feel it. Because it's kind of funny because it's like almost like bread dough. Almost. Except really, really hot. Alright. There we go. And there we go. Alright, let's run this through. floor too. And that didn't work at all. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to cut this. I'll put this back in here. There we go. Okay. Lay that out flat. Lay that out flat. These are just being kind of sticky. There we go. There's a nice straight one. I'll cut this in 2 pieces. Come on. There we go. I think with this, we're going to have to do short guys. Nothing wrong with short guys. Okay. What is the dealio? I think I have it too close to the board, but if I don't have it that close to the board, it doesn't cut the candy. So I might have to play around with it a little bit more, because it wasn't cutting the candy the way I wanted it to. So now I made some adjustments, and it's cutting it the way I want it to, but it's making an awful lot. Look at it. I'm not worried about it. This will work until I can get a what are they called? A roller thingy. Not a batch roller. I want one of those too, because I want to do image candies, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do them as well without a batch roller. Okay. See, it's cutting them like even before they get off the reel, which is great. So they're not quite breaking. Yeah, they're breaking when I drop them. Perfect. I still got to break them up by hand a little bit. Okay. That lets me know I'm on the right track at least. At least I'm not dropping them on the floor anymore. I only lost like 2 pieces, so that's good. Did I ever share with you guys that I found the original patent for the buttercup cutter? I found it, and I'm like, oh, what if I could make this again? bring it to a fabricator and say, I want this. Do you know how cool it'd be to have a reproduction, even if it's a reproduction? I think it'd be cool to have in the shop. But I'm weird. I like old things. Just not old men. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? Sorry, that was not appropriate. Oh wait, it's my channel. I do like old men. Grandpa's amazing. But Grandpa's got a young heart, so yeah. That makes him not an old man. All right. You know what I think it is this wheel is not balanced because I fixed where that screw was loose. I put a bolt in and I think I forgot to put the spacer in. So now it's not quite straight. Now that I'm looking at it as I turn it, I think it might be an easy fix. All right, here we go. See, now this is the temperature I like to pull at because it's like fondant. Okay, so we're gonna put that underneath there, that underneath there. You go this way. Stay nice and warm. Not too warm though. Okay. One more. Hopefully this didn't get too cold. Yeah, it did. It's all right. Oh, come on, hands. Okay. Now, oh, I need my scissors. Come on. Yep, that's exactly what this is. I didn't get the spacer when I nailed it back down, which is okay. We'll make it work. We're almost done. Move that back over here so I can stay under the heat. You know what? I think this one's going to be a little bit too hard. So I'm just going to cut it off until I think it's good. I think we're good now. Okay. Like I said, almost done. There we go. That one's still really hot. Let's see if we can. Yeah, this one's good. Last one! And then I'm going to take a quick recess, and then we'll do the top down table and we'll cut these up. I say cut them up. Break them up, and then because I'm going to wait for them to cool off a little bit. And then we'll put them in the citric acid and malic acid mix. Then we'll see if Mikey wants to come down and taste test them for me. Let me see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna grab a pair of gloves. And what I'm gonna do here, this box is like super huge compared to what I really need, but this is the smallest one. Excuse me, this is the smallest one. I'm still getting residual, what's it called? Citric acid. And I'm gonna have more of it when I do this. So I'm mixing this up. And I'm going to put some of it in the bottom of this tub. But this is the smallest tub I could get that had the seal on it, because I didn't want citric and malic acid going all over the countryside. So I break up some of these bigger chunks, because they should go through the sifter, maybe. Not really. But it's helping me see the big clumps, so. Yeah, like that. All right. I'm gonna drop these in there. They're not completely cool, but they're cool enough to break apart. And the thing I like about these is when we shake them up, they'll kind of rub together in the citric acid and, you know, just like make friends. Ooh, that one's a hefty guy. He's a big piece. That's gonna be for the sour lover. Yep, see it? I need to make both sides the way that one side is. I'll have to go digging in my bin of misfit screws or bolts. There we go. Let's get some more of this on there. I guess it's not going to really matter. Let's not bother with that, because once I get it in here, they're going to shake it all up anyway. Okay. Whew. I'm getting the ones from the pulling table. Oh yeah. Well, they're all breaking apart in a way. So normally I have to stand here and like snap each one. These will break apart. That's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna leave out, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Put them in the tray, Tish, and then you can just bring the whole tray over. You Goomba. So I've got this tray. This is an air fryer tray, but this is what I use to sift the candies. So I'm gonna pull out a couple that aren't gonna get doused in the sourness. The sour from hell. Ugh. I'm sorry, I don't like sour. But I do this for you guys. And I might take one for the team and actually try it without the sour stuff on it, because I'm not a glutton for punishment. So the theory is, theory. There we go. It's supposed to pick up the sour, but I don't know if it is. Alright, I'm gonna go get my big sifter and a scoop. Where did my big sifter go? There he is. And I need a scoop. And a container to put this in. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah.
You ready to taste one of these? You want to do it on live?
Sure.
You heard him, folks. He said sure.
Yes.
Okay. Let's... Hang on.
You're trying out the new method.
Yep. I don't know if it worked. But if the worst comes to worst, I have a nice waterproof... That one doesn't want to come apart. I don't know if I can't really see if there's anything on it. I don't know, maybe it's there and I just can't see it. I can taste it.
You can taste it.
Well, it's in the air.
That's interesting. It doesn't look like it coated it at all, but I'm pretty sure it did.
Well, there's a piece without it up there.
Was it fun to shake it up?
Yeah. I don't know if I need to let it sit in it for a little bit or what. But I'm going to give you a piece here in a second and bring you on camera.
Okay. Oops.
So there's those little bits. Let's put those bits right there. I'll get the rest of it later.
You make a mess.
Oh, whatever. Okay. Oh, I can feel it now. It's kind of gritty. All right.
What if that helped prevent it sticking together as easily?
I don't know. We'll find out. All right. I'm going to take my gloves off. And we're going to go this camera. You ready?
Yeah.
Not that one. I get the little one.
So I get this one?
That one, yeah. You ready?
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, no.
That starts off sour. Holy cow.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to die. Nope.
You spit it out?
Yep.
Woo-wee.
Huh.
That's got some kick to it. I like that. Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Holy cow.
So.
It wasn't powdered sugar you coated it in.
What would you say it was?
This tastes like lemon.
It's supposed to be tangerine.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I am getting, now that you mention it. I guess
You get
I think lemon and lime from the citric acid, but I taste the orange in it. Yeah, it's coming through. It's just like a bam citric.
Yuck.
Yeah.
But if you like it,
This
you
would
like
be
it.
like a super sour pack.
That's
Heck
what
yeah.
that's what these are going to be part of. Well, these I'm going to have them separate.
Ooh-wee.
Hooey.
Ooh-wee.
All right.
Man, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to show people and let them taste samples of it. I can't wait to see all their faces.
Well, we're going to save it for the beta testers first. So if people sign up for the membership, the beta testers off the website, mamateascandies.com, go to membership, I think it is, or is it beta testers? I don't remember beta teas. I think it's memberships. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's beta testers, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, no.
I know beta teas.
Well, beta teas is the name of the membership. But I think it says membership at the top of the website. And sign up, and you can get, because I'm going to put the lemon, the lime, the tangerine, and I'm going to do some huckleberry next week. And so, you'll get about an ounce of each flavor. And
As I crunch the candy.
as you crunch the candy, you're a cruncher. Now, I'm going to try the one without. So this one doesn't have the coating. So it's a little bit more shiny. And this one is going to be too sour for me, I know. But it doesn't hit like that. Like that other stuff.
Yeah. That was the other one with the citric acid coating. If you want sour, like your first reaction to like be a face melting sour, that's the way to go.
Is that the face melting?
Yeah.
Because to me, this is face melting.
Because like this is kind of like, oh yeah, that's kind of sour.
Okay.
But that first, the bam, the citric acid, heck yeah.
Okay.
It's become my new favorite word.
Okay.
Boom.
All right, we got it. We'll see you. Hasta la vista mañana.